341 people bought properties in Hackensack in the past 12 months. In this video, let me tell you why people are buying property in Hackensack, New Jersey. To start the modern day story about Hackensack, we have to address the elephant in the room. It's the pilot program that the city of Hackensack is offering to developers right now. Developers get to pay 10 to 15% of their project's revenue to the city in lieu of taxes from anywhere between 5 and 30 years. This incentivizes developers to build because they don't have property taxes in their expense sheet. Instead, they have their pilot funds that are owed to the town. $4.4 million has been allotted to the city of Hackensack based off the 19 properties being developed right now in 2023. That number is up from 2020, where it was $477,000. Hackensack's pilot program is very nicely funded. And what does the town do with these funds from these massive developers? And I'm talking massive. We're looking at over 3,500 units being built in Hackensack right now on this day. The town takes the pilot funds and funds projects in the town. Recent developments are changing Main Street Hackensack from a one-way street to a two-way street, which just makes sense. It's a downtown. People have been looking for this change since the 1960s. Others include separating the sewage and stormwater drains, which are currently combined and flooding into the Hackensack River. The city is going to become much more of a modern city thanks to this massive redevelopment and transformation. This is bringing extreme amounts of wealth into the city. It's also bringing new people. Hackensack currently has about 45,000 people living there. They aim to bring this up to 50,000 residents. What do I expect this means for Hackensack? There are going to be a ton more renters. Currently, Hackensack has about 35% ownership of the residents living there. The rest, 65%, are renting, and a lot more are coming in to these brand new buildings. It's very possible that Hackensack follows the path of both Edgewater and Hoboken before it. Both municipalities were in massive decline before they got redeveloped, and then we saw real estate prices skyrocket to some of the highest median and average sale prices in the state of New Jersey. The transformation of Hackensack is my favorite thing that is happening right now in Bergen County, and it's the reason that personally, when I buy my first property, I fully plan on purchasing in Hackensack. We'll get into more reasons why I like this town so much in the rest of the video. And maybe some of you will resonate with the ideas that I'm sharing. And I'd love for you to reach out, talk to me about how you're living in Hackensack now, or how you want to move there for either work or school. Even though in 10 years, Hackensack will be brand new and it will be quite expensive, let's talk about today's level of affordability. We're starting out by looking at single family residential homes. We can see the average sold price is $501,000 in the past 12 months. Median sold price is $495,000, not a big deviation. We can see it's a seller's market by 1.4 months of inventory with an average days of 46 days on market. Houses right now are selling 2.6% on average above their list price. So it's a seller's market. Don't get it wrong. Even though prices are low here, it's still very competitive to get into Hackensack, especially for a single family home. Next, we're looking at condos and townhouses. You can see the average sold price is $291,000. 185 total were sold in the past 12 months. Next, we have 2 to 4 families. If you have 5 families or more, it's considered commercial. 4 families or less in one property is considered residential. Median sold price is $592,000. It's selling 3.7% above its final list price. There's not a ton of them, but they are very valuable, as you can see from the increased price compared to single family homes. 34 sold last year. Finally, we have rentals. 316 apartments got rented out with an average rent price of $2,206 and a median rent price of $2,100. Now, these are MLS rental properties. A lot of these are multifamily houses, actual houses, small privately owned apartments. If you want to get an apartment in one of these new complexes like the Brick, you're going to be looking at prices starting at $2,740 for a 1-bed, 1-bath and going up to $3,354 for a 2-bedroom, 2-bath. Now, I would say it just starts there, and depending on what floor and how nice your specific apartment is, these prices can go all the way up to the 5,000s. As I talk, you might also feel like Hackensack is becoming a sweeter and sweeter deal by the sentence. So let's look at the location. How good is this location? Is it somewhere that you can see gaining value over time? Looking at Hackensack, it is bordered by Route 4 on the north and Route 80 to the south, as well as a short section of Route 17 and not too far from Route 46 or I-95. This means that it's very easy to go north into Bergen County and into Paramus for shopping. It's very easy to go east, which gets you right into Washington Heights and then the West Side or East Side Highway into Manhattan. You can also go east to get to some of the best parks in Bergen County, like Overpeck or Palisades Interstate Parkway. And it's very easy to go south, where you can get into the Lincoln Tunnel, the American Dream Mall, or of course, start your journey and get down to the Jersey Shore, where a lot of Hackensack residents like to spend their summers vacationing. What about the jobs in Hackensack? How good of a community and town is Hackensack for the growth of jobs and bringing young people into the area? Hackensack University Medical Center, like stated earlier, is the #1 hospital in the entire state of New Jersey. Because of this, it has a large roster of nurses who are relocating to the area just to work at Hackensack University Medical Center. Another great thing about Hackensack is that it does have 2 train stations and plenty of bus stations, which get you to Manhattan in around 30 minutes. Rest assured, if you live in Hackensack, New Jersey, there's a plethora of jobs all around you, and you'll be poised to thrive rather than just survive in the state of New Jersey compared to many of the other places that you can live in the state. You are so close to the city, and Hackensack is booming, blossoming. There's going to be more opportunities for jobs right within the city limits. I want to touch on Hackensack's inclusivity. I grew up in Bogota, which is just next door to Hackensack, and Bogota is one of the most racially diverse areas in Bergen County. Big fan, big flex being someone who grew up there. And with Hackensack being next door, it's got much of the same vibe. You can see Hackensack has a diversity score of 99, which is pretty incredible. This is the race breakdown. And as you can see, Hackensack is a very inclusive place. Crime, while it does happen, is not a common occurrence in Hackensack. I, as well as everybody that I know, feels very safe going out in Hackensack, walking down Main Street, going to the stores and restaurants. It's a great place. My best piece of advice to stay safe in town is to lock your doors at night and don't walk around alone late at night. That's not smart to do anywhere, and Hackensack is no different. All right, next up is downtown Hackensack, and let me show you what downtown Hackensack really means. We're going to zoom in and we see this Main Street. This area in yellow can be considered downtown. A great thing is that Main Street just became a 2-way street in 2021. That's something that the neighbors and residents of town have been petitioning for it since the 1960s. So it finally happened. Look at this. We see big parking lots, big dirt lots. Hackensack, it used to be a very industrial place, manufacturing, big warehouses. So the lots were mostly commercial, which leaves a great opportunity for the developers who are coming into town to knock stuff down, like right here where the print house is going up. You can see they already finished one of the buildings. This is the location of the old Bergen County Record, the old Bergen County newspaper. So they call the print house. Pretty cool. And they're going to continue developing these lots. This is the Hackensack bus terminal. They're going to level this. I think they're going to put a new one right here in this 133 lot. And the downtown is right up the street from all this development. It starts at the courthouse. And when I zoom in, we have Main Street starting from Hudson Street. And we're just filled with restaurants. I'll take you into a little street view. You got Sidebar, been there a couple times. There's a ton of empty lots because stuff is just getting leveled, making way for these new buildings all the time. And you can see it's got this older character, but they're putting in new stores. These apartments above the stores are old, but they're still being rented for a ton of money because the location is so prime. And I just think that Hackensack has so much room for improvement that if you're buying here, you can just buckle up and get ready for blast off to the moon, because property values, I don't even care what you buy. Just buy. You're not going to lose out. There's the Hackensack mural. Pretty cool. I can't see the full thing here. Here it is right there. The sack. Super cool. I know this building right here, this brick building, is for sale. So if you want to get something on downtown Hackensack, it's available. Like, Hackensack has not blown up yet, which was why I'm so bullish on it. You just saw what the downtown looks like. It still has a lot of room for improvement before it feels even remotely close to Washington Street in Hoboken or River Road in Edgewater. There's a lot of room to go, and I think that right now is the time to be eyeing Hackensack, New Jersey. Looking at your commute options to get into the city, it's a pretty quick ride. You're looking at about 39 minutes from the Hackensack bus terminal, and that's via bus. That's going to get you right into the heart of Times Square, Port Authority bus terminal, which is a really nice, easy commute. Your other option is train, and as you can see here, it's a 36-minute train ride into Penn Station, New York City, which is also very nice if you prefer taking the train. After what I've said about Hackensack, do you feel what I feel about this town? I think it has so much room for growth. It's an amazing place. While it is a city, it has single-family, beautiful suburban options, something that myself and a lot of Bergen County residents and hopefuls are a fan of. Is Hackensack, New Jersey your next town? Reach out to me. You can get in touch on my website, via email, or via phone. I'd love to show you some properties in Hackensack, or even just have a phone call talking about what I'm seeing, boots on the ground, because this place is someplace to see. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel. Thank you guys for being here. That's my take on Hackensack. I feel like there's so much more to say, but it's so hard to boil everything that Hackensack encompasses down into one video. So if you liked this one, please leave it a like. If this video gets 50 likes, I will be sure to make another in-depth video about Hackensack, because personally, I believe the town deserves to be recognized, and it's going to be up to you guys liking this video if you think that more people should know about the town and what's going on. Thank you. My name is Tyler Sellers from 2Win Realty. It's been a pleasure. I appreciate your support, and I hope you have a very nice day.